Hi and welcome to Outwell. Here I'm going to talk you through all of the features from our premium collection, and the tent that I'm going to use to do this is our Vermont XLP. Most of these features will continue throughout the entire collection, so what I'd like to do is start off by talking about the Flysheet. The Flysheet here is our Outex 6000, so this is a very good quality taffeta polyester material. And it has a hydrostatic head of 6,000 millimeters. That makes it completely waterproof, and how we do that is by PU coating the inside and fully taping all of the seams as well. So as I say, that's what gives it the hydrostatic head of 6,000 mil, so you can be safe to know that you will stay completely dry in this tent even in really heavy rain. The premium collection utilises steel frames for the majority of the tents, with the exception of the Nevada MP, which uses our Duratec fiberglass frame. They've actually all been tested to withstand a force 10 on the Beaufort scale, so again you can be safe to know that not only are you going to be dry in heavy rain, but the tent is going to stand up to pretty strong winds as well. So some other features that are on our premium collection is that we have our Outwell wind stabiliser system, which helps with, of course, the rigidity and stability of the tent. As I mentioned before, it's tested to withstand a force 10 on the Beaufort scale. How that's done is with the tabs at the top and bottom of all of the poles on the frame, and this is then where we have our guy lines attached. When we take these guy lines out and peg them into the ground, it pulls the fly sheet against the frame of the tent, making it much more stable. The guy lines themselves are our classic luminous Outwell guy lines, so these should be a little bit easier for you to see when it gets a bit dark, and they all have our guy line retainers as well. So when you pack down the tent, you can easily roll these up and pop them into the retainer so that the next time you set the tent up, the guy lines aren't going to be in a big tangled mess. They are also pre-attached, so it's a job you don't need to worry about as well. We also then have our aero-effective ventilation throughout the entire range as well. So this is where we have this sleek and slimlined ventilation system here. What you'll find is under these panels we have mesh panels which allow cool fresh air into the tent, keeping you a little bit more comfortable, and of course that will also reduce the condensation in the tent as well. If it gets a little bit too cold, we can easily close these just by removing the tabs underneath here and then closing over like so. So another great feature of the collection is that we use large tinted windows throughout the entire range. So these have two key functions, one of which is to reflect the sun from the inside, just keeping you a bit more comfortable again, and the other is to give you much better privacy, but still allowing you to have good views out from the inside. New for 2017 is a feature at the front of all of the tents with within the premium collection. This is our D door, and you can see here it's called that quite simply because it's shaped like a D. What that allows you to do is actually roll the door to the side. Instead of having the door hanging up here, perhaps reducing the head height getting in and out of the door, it's now over to the side and much easier to access. A great feature of all the front doors here as well though, is that not only do you have the outer waterproof door, you also behind there have a full mesh door here. So that can be zipped closed to allow for great ventilation within the tent. We also have our easy access system here, which means that we have a flat front at the ground sheet area here, so you're not having to step over anything to get in and out of the tent. So I mentioned earlier on that all the tents within the premium collection have got large tinted windows throughout for good privacy. If you want more privacy though, what you will find is that each window has its own curtain. We just have it rolled away and toggled at the bottom at the moment. But what you'll find with these curtains is that they are zippable curtains, so you have two zips either side of the window, and that obviously allows you to choose exactly how much light you're letting into the tent or how much privacy you're getting. Another great feature is that all of the side entrances within the premium collection have full waterproof doors, as you would expect on the outside, but on the inside again we have full mesh doors, so that allows for great through flow ventilation because all of the tents also have the mesh door at the front. So another new feature for the premium collection for 2017 is the fact that we have introduced our royal master bedrooms in here. So these already come pre-attached, so it's a job you don't need to worry about. They come with our wave-shaped hanging point system, which takes any of the stress off the seam at the top of the tent. You'll also then find that the main feature for me of the master bedroom certainly would be that they are bigger than your average bedrooms. The industry standard is about 2 meters and 15 centimeters deep, whereas these are actually 2.5 meters deep. So you can see here we have one of the largest beds that we actually have in our collection, but there is still space towards the end of the bedroom for you to be able to stand and get dressed. The bedrooms also feature windows all the way around the edges, so What that does is actually makes this a more usable space during the day, because perhaps you can sit and read a book or a magazine with some natural light coming into the bedroom. If you don't want that and you want a bit of privacy, of course, then you will find all of the windows have their own curtains, which are accessible through the zips on all of the mesh panelling around the edges. You'll also find that we have the night sky ceiling in the master bedroom here as well, which is of course hopefully going to keep you sleeping a little bit longer in the mornings. Something else I want to highlight is the fact that we are also using our thermal reflective coating above the bedrooms here, and that's built into the Flysheet, and that's designed to reflect a little bit of the sun away, hopefully keeping these bedrooms just that little bit cooler and more comfortable for you. The bedrooms now also feature cable entry points at the bottom corners to allow you to run electrics into the bedroom, perhaps for lighting, or perhaps even if you want to charge your phone or your tablets and things like that as well. We have storage pockets throughout all of the bedrooms and on the outside too, and these also utilise our universal inner, where you can choose exactly what sort of setup you like in whatever tent it is from the premium collection. For you to be able to create your ideal home away from home, we have plenty of optional extras available for all of the tents within the premium collection. We have extensions and awnings for the different styles of tents that of course will offer you that little bit extra living space or storage space. We have the dual protector, which would sit on top of all of the tents. There's one for each different style, so it's cut to fit the tent. It would sit on top, and it then also has a large canopy on the side, so you can actually create a nice sheltered area at the side of your tent. We also then have fleece carpets available for all of the living areas. We have 3-layer insulated carpets for there too, if you want that extra bit of comfort. We also have footprints available to go under all the different styles of tents as well, so that will keep your ground sheets clean and dry on those wet and muddy pitches. We also have our new products, which are the inlays, which are carpets designed for the bedroom, which are actually insulated with a nice fleece covering on the top of them. So don't forget that you can check out each individual tent on our website at outwell.com, and we also have pitching videos for the different styles of tents on there as well. So there you have it, that's all the features and all the great optional extras for the premium collection. Thank you very much for watching.